Hi friends, today I'll be discussing a very important topic with you. A topic which creates trouble for most of the UPSC aspirants. Not only UPSC aspirants, even the students who are preparing for bank PO exam, SSC exam, anyone who is related to economy, he is always troubled by this particular concept. So what's the concept? The concept is purchasing power parity. The concept is purchasing power parity. So write on the definition first, then I'll explain what is purchasing power parity. So purchasing power parity is defined as the number of units of the currency of a country. Number of units of the currency of a country. Of the currency of a country which are required to buy the same basket of goods, as US dollar would buy in the US, or say as $1 would buy in the US. I'll explain. So I'll give the definition again. It's number of units of a currency. It's number of units of a currency required to buy a basket of goods, which will be bought by the same number of dollars in US. So for example, in India, suppose, look, main thing which is important in purchasing power parity is the same basket of goods. You see this, suppose $1 is equal to 75 rupees. So the exchange rate which we see in the newspapers every day, which we hear in the news every day, this exchange rate is basically called nominal exchange rate. This exchange rate is called nominal exchange rate. Now, suppose price of one apple in US is $1. And to buy the same apple in India, if we are paying 20 rupees. So now you see this. What is the purchasing power of $1? Purchasing power of $1 is one apple. And what is the purchasing power of 20 rupees? It's also one apple. So can I say purchasing power of $1 is equal to purchasing power of 20 rupees? What is parity? Parity means equality. Parity means equality. So purchasing power parity means we are equating the purchasing power of different currencies. So that is how we get purchasing power of $1 and purchasing power of 20 rupees. So point is, why do we have this PPP exchange rate? This PPP exchange rate, it is used to measure GDP. Look, you see this. Suppose, look, it's not suppose, it is. Let us see this. India's GDP, it is around It's around $2.1 trillion. It's $2.1 trillion. And if I see USA's GDP, it is $19.5 trillion. So you would say that USA's GDP is around 10 times India's GDP. But US has been continuing, US has grown for 200 years. It has faced inflation for so much of time. So point is that its GDP is coming out to be higher because the value of goods is also higher. It's not that it's not that it is producing less number of goods. It's producing more number of goods as compared to India, but at the same time for the same goods the value is high because of inflation. Hence its GDP is coming out to be higher. So, but if we see the purchasing power, then purchasing power of $1 is equal to 20 rupees. So what do we do is, the GDPs of the country, so first of all India's GDP is $2.1 trillion, right? How much is trillion dollar? It is like 1 lakh crores. So India's GDP is basically currently around 150 lakh crores. India's GDP is around 150 lakh crores, real GDP. I'm not talking about nominal GDP. Nominal GDP is around 200 lakh crores. In that case, India's GDP would be coming out to be say 2.7 or say 2.8 trillion. Nominal GDP would come out to be $2.8 trillion and real GDP would come out to be $2.1 trillion. So if we see this, that India's GDP is 150 lakh crore rupees, then if we have to convert it into GDP at PPP, what we'll do is we will take PPP exchange rate. We will take PPP exchange rate. So to convert 150 lakh crore rupees into GDP, into this GDP, right? We are producing goods worth of 150 lakh crore rupees. And $1 is equal to 75 rupees. So we can say India's GDP is $2 trillion at nominal exchange rate. And if we go by this, if we calculate GDP at nominal exchange rate, India is at number 5th. US is being number 1, GDP $19.5 trillion. China being number 2, some $15 trillion. So see this, if we go by nominal exchange rate, USA's GDP is around 10 times India's GDP. China's GDP is around 7 times India's GDP. This is in nominal exchange rate. Alright, and if we have to go by purchasing power exchange rate, then first we will take India's GDP and then to convert this into dollars, we will use PPP exchange rate and not nominal exchange rate that we used here. This is the nominal exchange rate. So if we are converting India's GDP into GDP based on nominal exchange rate, we will have to divide this India's GDP by nominal exchange rate of dollar with rupees. And same goes, and there if we are converting India's GDP into GDP at PPP, in that case we have to divide it by PPP exchange rate. And if we go in 2020, in the year 2020, $1 was equal to 20 rupees. $1 was around 20 rupees in PPP exchange rate. So if we go by that exchange rate, India's GDP, now India's GDP has a little bit reduced. India's GDP in 2020, in PPP exchange rate, it was coming out to be $8 trillion. Alright, nominal exchange rate just $2 trillion, in PPP exchange rate $8 trillion. So though we may say that India's GDP is $2 trillion, but whatever is the purchasing power, but the purchasing power of the $2 trillion is equal to $8 trillion. If we compare the purchasing power of US and purchasing power of Indian rupee, then the purchasing power of the $2 trillion nominal exchange rate GDP is equal to the purchasing power of $8 trillion. All right. If we go by this, China is number 1. Its GDP being around $19.6 trillion. $19.6 trillion in terms of PPP exchange rate. US is at number 2, GDP being $19.5 trillion. And India is number 3, GDP being $8 trillion. It has just surpassed Japan, which has been now pushed to 4th in GDP at PPP exchange rate. So whenever you will be seeing any article regarding GDP at PPP, you would always see that GDP, it would say India's GDP is this much at PPP. Alright. So this is how we are calculating GDP at purchasing power parity. This is what the concept of purchasing power parity, where we are using purchasing power parity concept to measure the purchasing power of two currencies, to compare the purchasing power of two currencies used to buy the same basket of goods. Now here we are comparing two currencies, India and dollar. To see purchasing power parity, we can even see purchasing power parity of rupee in euro. We can see purchasing power of rupee as compared to yen, as compared to yuan. We can compare any two currencies like Japanese currency, so Chinese currency, yuan, renminbi, it is compared with dollars. Dollar is also compared with yen, the currency of Japan. So we can compare any two currencies for purchasing power parity. Alright, that completes the concept of purchasing power parity. Alright. Ravi? Ravi? Yeah, the rest of